Well, I didn't think I'd be talking about this. I was vaguely aware of Mr. Pegg having said something when Godzilla Minus One was released on Netflix. I didn't really give it much thought as I was somewhat busy with something else. It was then it was discovered I had a blood clot in my lung. Yeah, oh no, wait, no, that's bad too. However, I recently saw Mr. Pegg's follow-up video on the subject, and I decided I needed to say something. I went back to watch his original video to get all the context, and I decided I needed to say some more things. This is the transcript of his first video. While most of it is positive and clearly shows an interest in the Godzilla franchise, I'd like to draw your attention to the last line. Hold on to those words for a minute. His follow-up video was split into 4 parts when I saw it, and the last part provided the majority of the impetus to make my video. The transcript is on screen, but in short, it paints a picture of a meaningful idea being changed by someone else, only for it to be remade by the original creator. If you know anything about the Godzilla franchise, I think you will happily join me when I say, you fucking what, mate? First off, the cultural appropriation claim. Does he think America stole Godzilla? Toho sold the distribution rights and even had final say on the revised film. They did it then, and they still do it now. Using Pegg's own analogy, the original songwriter sold their music and okayed the remix. How is that cultural appropriation, Pegg? Second, the Rock'em Sock'em Robots comment. Does he think that's an American thing? Did America edit in Ghidorah, Rodan and Mothra? No, of course they didn't. That was the original film. If you're making snide remarks at Godzilla fighting other monsters, you're making snide remarks at the original creators, Pegg. Then we have the music analogy. Bloody hell, the music analogy. If Pegg is referring just to Godzilla, Godzilla King of the Monsters ! And Godzilla Minus One, then he's skipping 70 years of historical context. Surely that's worse than any of that cultural appropriation bullshit he was lying about. If he's making a grander, overarching statement of the Godzilla franchise as a whole, then what the fuck is he talking about? He's trying to paint the picture that it was the American films that ruined Godzilla. Prior to the Monsterverse, there was only one American Godzilla film. One. One film, Pegg. By contrast, Toho was remixing Godzilla over and over again for decades. It's the reason he has such widespread appeal. In fact, it's Toho's current trend to continually remake, reboot, and remix Godzilla with practically every film released, of which Minus One is one. Let's face it, by Pegg's own judgment, Toho ruined Godzilla. The only reason they made Godzilla Minus One, and Shin Godzilla for that matter, is because of American Godzilla films. Back to the music analogy, the music writer gave up writing music when he thought he lost his touch. Then a tribute act sang an updated version of his song, and he decided it was so good he needed to make a new song inspired by them. the original songwriter was making a tribute act of a tribute act of his original song. Modern Japanese Godzilla films, of which Godzilla -1 is one, owe their existence to American Godzilla films. If not for them, Godzilla would have been left for dead years ago. Unfortunately, Simon Pegg's comments don't only make me and others annoyed, they are also a symptom of harmful thinking. In fact, it's comments like Pegg's that caused the thing Pegg dislikes: Rock'em Sock'em monster films. Just like Pegg, too many ignorant people praise the Japanese Godzilla films and bemoan American ones, regardless of their actual quality. If that's the case, then what's the point of American Godzilla films making the effort to be good? They might as well make terribly written beat-em-ups if they are going to be called that anyway. So yeah, Simon Pegg is wrong. Very wrong. And perhaps, maybe, he should go watch some of these American Godzilla films and, watch them. And he's not the only one. While I'm here, the dub for -1 is fine. I watched it, I liked it, it's fine. Don't be a sub snob.